Hello and welcome to Love Advice TV. In this podcast episode, we want to talk about what you can do to make your ex-boyfriend chase you again after a breakup or a separation. We know that sometimes it's difficult for women to figure out what to do to try to reclaim power and to be able to feel empowered to get a man to actually start to take steps towards you. You feel perhaps powerless. You feel perhaps like you don't know how to get his attention and how to shine so that he can really chase you, perhaps like he did the first time around before you actually started to date, when he seemed so committed. And in order to answer this question, I have brought the main man, Alex Como, who has so much experience helping women all over the world. How many times in a coaching session has someone asked you, Coach Alex, what can I do to make him chase me?
That's a good question, Coach Edwin, and thank you so much for introducing this topic, because I have coached more than 100,000 people, individuals, since 2007. So I can say that I have just dedicated all my life, started in France, came here in the US, learned English to be able to coach as many people as possible. And this is the number one question. How can I make my ex-boyfriend to chase me again? Because some advice could be different from women and men. And that's why I feel that it is very important for us to address the male psychology. But the first thing I want to talk about, Coach Adrian, is the number one mistake that I will see from the women I coach. And ladies, I know that you would recognize yourself. Every time I have you on the phone or on Zoom or in-person meeting, I realize that when your ex is breaking up with you, you want to ask a lot of questions. You want to understand what he has in mind. You want him to tell you the truth. And the problem is, men will never tell you the truth. Why? They will try to not tell you everything that happened in their mind, not give you the answers, also because they want to keep you on the side. But the reality is that the question that you will ask will make you available, needy, and so you're chasing your ex instead of making them chase you.
Right.
Do you see another mistake from women, or this is the one?
I mean, that's a really, really big one, because, you know, a lot of times I feel like women communicate to try to process and their emotions and to try to understand what you need to understand, why. And sometimes men, it's not that perhaps we are intentionally trying to manipulate you and keep you on the back burner. Sometimes men don't have the capacity to be able to express what is happening inside our heads. We don't know perhaps how to justify our actions and what we want. And it seems so much easier and comfortable for us to pull away, to set boundaries, or unfortunately, even sometimes to ghost. And we men sometimes rationalize this as, oh, we are doing the right thing by helping them move on, by really setting boundaries so that they're not going to suffer. And the reality is that it's quite the opposite, that our actions, or perhaps our selfishness, or our lack of ability to communicate actually hurts you more. But you don't have to be a victim. There are things that you can do to help yourself process and heal and find answers, and also to position yourself in a way where this man now has to start to think about why he did what he did and how miserable he is now that he has lost you.
I love what you mentioned, Coach Adrian, because we have realized, ladies, the moment this guy is thinking about how to surprise you, how to talk to you again, what's going on in your life, it's a big win for us, because we make him in a position of action. And so we realize that men have this deep desire inside us, because I'm a guy, that we love to chase. We love to fight for attention and to get you. So the reality is that when your ex-boyfriend will be talking to you, they want to put you on a pedestal. The only way to make a guy chase you again is when he realizes what he's losing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you ask questions, if you appear to be needy, if you want to talk about the past, if you put him on a pedestal, if you tell him that your life is over without him, all of this will just push him away.
Mm-hmm.
What will make him come to you is the moment you accept this idea that men love to chase. Men love to go for what they don't have, what they don't own. And so it's so counterintuitive. It's so against what Walt Disney and Hollywood told you. But being relationship coaches, on the field, we can tell you that you need to make him feel you're the challenge.
I was coaching a young lady in California who had been dating her high school sweetheart for 4 years. He unfortunately did not have as solid of an upbringing and family situation as she had. And he had existential issues, battling bouts of depression. And they had a very healthy, happy relationship. Her family loved him. And out of nowhere, he broke up with her to try to find himself. And she reached out to me, and I was so impressed by her because her reaction, not initial reaction, but her mindset after our coaching session was so clear. And what she did was the most powerful action that you can actually do to start to turn things around and to set yourself up for success with a man the right way. She basically wrote a short note to this man. They were still on good terms. He still wanted to stay friends. But she, before responding, reached out to me and said, Coach Adrian, how should we do this? And I told her, you need to give him exactly what he wants. She accepted the breakup. She told him that because she cared for him, she wanted him to be well, to work on himself, to find his happiness, to get the support that he needed in therapy. And that although she didn't necessarily agree with his decision because she thought they were perfectly compatible and that they could go through this together, she wanted him to be happy because she genuinely cared for him and she wished him all the best. She didn't ask if they could potentially get back together in the future. She didn't ask him if they could potentially get back together in the future. She didn't ask him if he still had feelings for her despite everything. No, she valued herself. She realized he was being an idiot. He was going to regret this, that he had a lot more to lose than she did. And although it was very painful, she took the high road and pulled away on her terms. She said, this friendship thing is not going to work for me. We both need to go our separate ways to define and understand who we are outside of this relationship. And I wish you the best. And you know what happened. You know what happened.
Yeah, because when we say, how can I make my ex-boyfriend chase me? Like, I think that her ex-boyfriend was thinking that she would agree to be friends. She will agree to do whatever he wants because he was in control. But the reality is that if you can overcome your fears and if you can show to this guy, what do you have in mind? How do you want to live your life? When you receive this text message, this response, I'm sure he was not scared. But 1 week after, when he cannot hear from her, when he goes on social media and maybe finds some new activities or just new pictures, that is what makes a guy get the feelings back because she got the control back, right?
Absolutely. She got the control back. And one of the most powerful concepts that you can understand is that we tend to undervalue what we already possess, and we tend to overvalue what we have lost. So although his friends, his family, you realize how lucky and blessed you are to have each other and all of the things that you do to bring him happiness, he doesn't see it because he's caught up in his reality and he's neglecting you. And so removing yourself from the equation, pulling back on your terms, even if you've already made mistakes, even if you've already begged, pleaded, acted emotional, it is okay. From now on, you are taking control and you are pulling away on your terms. And that is how you're going to make your ex-boyfriend chase you.
And it is working, ladies, but you have to do also actions for yourself. You have to understand that this is kind of a balance of power. I don't like this word, but I have to use it. It's kind of we need to be in control. And when the more we look at studies, male psychology studies, the more we realize that it's simple things that makes a guy chase you again. Simple things. I talk about social media, but we know that men are visuals. And so imagine that you connect on his social media, you lost him, and you see a new picture of him. How will you feel? If you see a pictures of him with his friends going out, how will you feel? You will be destroyed. You will not feel great. You can do the same. And it's not about playing games. It's about showing him that you can become the best version of yourself. But why not use all the tools like social media, pictures, activities that you're doing to make him feel that finally he made the wrong decision. He could have talked to you, could have told you that he's not happy, that there is a lot of routine in the relationship. But if you can regain control, your ex-boyfriend will have no choice than to chase you. Even if he said that he doesn't love you, even if he said it's over, I will never come back to you, I have never come back to on my decisions, that's just what they say. The reality is that your ex-boyfriend will chase you the moment he would feel that he's losing you. Social media, new activities, personal goals, professional goals. And you have to stay silent until he reaches out to you, until he sees that something is going different in your life. And if you do it, you will be surprised. But the reality is that most of the time, emotions takes the best of you.
Absolutely. And we have so much experience working with wonderful, amazing women who have lost faith in their own ability, who really perhaps bad past experiences have jaded you, and you no longer see yourself as the prize. And in some ways, you are lowering your value out of fear of losing a man that hasn't necessarily proven that they are the right person for you. So stop giving them that benefit of the doubt. Believe in yourself. Take a step back and give them time and space to realize how amazing you really are. As you start to remind yourself of how amazing you are by taking actions in your day-to-day and perhaps even putting yourself out there again so that you can be reminded how amazing you are, you will see that you will regain control of this process, and that this breakup, that painful breakup that you may have experienced, may turn out to be the best thing that ever happened to you, because you will not let any man ever treat you below the standards and the values that you know you deserve.
And so we have created something very special, ladies, because I have done a masterclass live on how to get your ex back when it's your ex-boyfriend. So make him come back, and as well, how to understand male psychology. So if you like this video, first of all, smash the like button and subscribe to Love Advice TV, either also on the podcast platform where you're listening to it. But if you want to go further, in the description box right below, you have this masterclass. You will watch the recording. It is 1 hour and 30 minutes of free content where you can really understand everything that's going in the guy's mind. And you will have all your answers, right? But be careful. I would not tell you what you want to hear. I would tell you what's working for the women we coach. Everything is in the description box below. Remember to smash the like button and subscribe before to go watch this special bonus gift for you.
You can do this, and we are here to provide you with the support and the tools that you need to understand the male psychology, and also to make sure that you feel empowered, that you know what step to take to be able to control this process and to have the love life that you deserve.
We will see you very soon for a new video. Make him come back, make him chase you, make him go crazy after you. We shared one example, some advice. These are the real foundations. When you will try them, you will realize that Walt Disney and Hollywood were fake. They were wrong. There is other way to behave to make your ex-boyfriend chase you again.
Keep fighting the good fight more than ever. And please take advantage of this 1.5 hour masterclass to help you understand male psychology.
We will see you very soon, ladies, and take good care of yourself.